Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the wild world of science, from the mysteries of the universe to the intricacies of life on Earth. Today we're switching gears just a bit to explore something that's got fans buzzing across the entertainment landscape, but with a scientific twist that ties into human behavior, storytelling, and even the psychology of why we love these tales. The title says it all: Luke Grimes teases why Marshals spin-off. If you're a Yellowstone devotee, you know this is huge news, but stick with me because we're going to unpack not just the drama, but the science behind why spin-offs like this captivate us, drawing on evolutionary psychology, narrative theory, and even a touch of neuroscience. Let's saddle up and ride into it. First off, a quick recap for those who might have been living under a rock, or perhaps studying quantum entanglement instead of binge-watching. Yellowstone, the mega-hit series created by Taylor Sheridan, wrapped its fifth and final season back in 2024, leaving millions heartbroken and hungry for more Dutton family drama. The show wasn't just about cowboys and land wars, it was a masterclass in tension, loyalty, and the human struggle against nature's harsh realities. Enter Luke Grimes, who plays Case Dutton, the brooding Navy SEAL turned rancher, the youngest son grappling with his identity in a world of violence and tradition. Case's arc has always been one of internal conflict, torn between his indigenous roots, his family duties, and a search for peace. And now, Grimes is teasing a brand new chapter in Case's life with the spin-off Why Marshals. Announced by CBS in May 2025, Why Marshals picks up right after Yellowstone's finale. Remember how Case sold off the bulk of the Yellowstone ranch to the Broken Rock Reservation? That was a pivotal moment, symbolizing a shift from legacy to liberation. In this series, Case hangs up his ranch hat for a U.S. Marshals badge, joining an elite unit tasked with bringing range justice to Montana's lawless frontiers. The official logline nails it. With the Yellowstone ranch behind him, Dutton joins an elite unit of U.S. Marshals, combining his skills as a cowboy and Navy SEAL to bring range justice to Montana, where he and his teammates must balance family, duty, and the high psychological cost that comes with serving as the last line of defense in the region's war on violence. It's procedural meets Western, with high-stakes chases, moral dilemmas, and that signature Sheridan grit. Luke Grimes himself dropped the first teaser on Instagram just a few days ago, on September 6, 2025, and it's got fans losing their minds. The clip is short but electric. Case, decked out in full marshal gear, armed and on horseback, thundering after a dusty SUV through Montana's rugged terrain. In a voiceover, he says he's changing paths for a new beginning. Grimes captioned it with a nod to Entertainment Weekly, hyping how this is Casey's fresh start. In interviews, he's been teasing more, telling People magazine back in June that the story roped him in because it felt like a natural evolution for his character. He thought wrapping Yellowstone meant goodbye to Case, but this spin-off? It's like reuniting with an old friend. "Cowboys don't say goodbye," he posted on social media when the series was greenlit. "They say see you later." Now, why does this matter scientifically? Let's break it down. From a narrative science perspective, spin-offs like Why Marshals tap into something primal in our brains. Evolutionary psychologists, like those studying storytelling's role in human survival, argue that we crave these extended universes because they mimic real-life social bonds. Yellowstone built a massive tribe of characters, fostering parasocial relationships. That's the term for the one-sided emotional attachments we form with fictional figures. Neuroimaging studies, such as those from the University of California, show that when we watch beloved characters evolve, our brain's reward centers light up, releasing dopamine, much like reuniting with actual family. Case's journey from rancher to lawman? It's a hero's journey archetype as outlined by Joseph Campbell in his monomyth theory, which has roots in comparative mythology and even cognitive science. Our minds are wired for transformation stories. They help us process our own life changes, reducing anxiety through vicarious catharsis. Grimes has been coy but exciting about the cast, promising some familiar faces alongside fresh blood. We've got confirmations. Gil Birmingham returns as Chief Thomas Rainwater, the sharp-witted tribal leader who's always been a Dutton ally foe. Brecken Merrill is back as Tate Dutton, Case's young son, bringing that father-son dynamic fans adore. And Mo Brings Plenty reprises his role as Mo, the steadfast ranch hand turned potential marshal sidekick. No word yet on Kelsey Asbill's Monica, Case's wife, but her absence would be felt. Her character's blend of cultural heritage and resilience added layers to Case's internal science of identity. Newcomers include Ariel Kebbel from Rescue, High Surf, Ash Santos from Pulse, Tatanka Means of Reservation Dogs, Brett Cullen from Winning Time, and Logan Marshall Green from Big Sky. This mix promises procedural action with emotional depth, exploring the psychology of duty. Think PTSD from SEAL days clashing with family life, backed by real research on first responders' mental health. The science of production here is fascinating too. Filming kicks off soon for a mid-season 2026 premiere on CBS, likely spring in the 9 p.m. Sunday slot, 13 episodes to start. Taylor Sheridan exec produces with Spencer Hudnut as showrunner, blending Yellowstone's epic scope with CBS's procedural polish. But consider the environmental science angle. Montana's landscapes aren't just backdrop, they're characters. Why? Marshals will highlight the war on violence in rural America, touching on land disputes that echo real ecological battles over resources. Studies from the Journal of Environmental Psychology show how such settings immerse viewers, enhancing empathy for conservation issues. And Grimes? The guy's a multitasker, actor, country singer with hits like No Horse to Ride. His real-life authenticity bleeds into Case, making the role a study in method acting's neurological benefits, where embodying a character rewires empathy circuits in the brain. Of course, this spin-off isn't without its ecosystem of siblings. There's The Dutton Ranch, starring Kelly Riley's Beth and Cole Hauser's Rip, already filming with Annette Bening joining the cast, pure fire. Then 6666 and The Madison expanding Sheridan's universe. No crossover confirmed yet, but imagine Case teaming up with Rip. Fan theories are exploding online, yet Grimes emphasizes why. Marshall stands alone, a whole new world for Case, delving into the high psychological toll of service. It's science in action, balancing adrenaline-fueled pursuits with the cortisol spikes of moral ambiguity. In wrapping this up, Luke Grimes teasing why. Marshals isn't just entertainment news, it's a window into why stories endure. They evolve like species in Darwinian terms, adapting to keep us hooked. Whether it's the dopamine rush of a horse chase or the emotional science of family ties, this spin-off promises to deliver. If you're as pumped as I am, hit like, subscribe, and drop in the comments. Will you tune in for Case's Marshall life? What's your favorite Yellowstone moment? Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep questioning the world around you. Ride safe out there.